How's it going, boys? This is Impact. I'm actually sorry that I need to do this right now, but I actually did this during the stream, but unfortunately the VOD was muted, so I couldn't exactly just highlight the little rant. It wasn't exactly a rant, but whatever. So I could export it to YouTube, so I'm gonna do that or redo that right now. I was actually asked quite a few times about roaming as a support, when you should do it, how you do it, all that stuff. So I guess I'm gonna be answering that out. If you have any more questions, feel free to join into the stream and actually ask me live, and I'll do my absolute best to get back to you. But the answer is, as to when you should roam, is exactly when you feel like you should, no matter how weird that sounds, right? So let me actually go through this. I actually did an interview for improveyourleague.com some time ago. And I talked a little bit about resources and resource management as a support. So you have the HP, you have the mana, you have the gold. The gold you invest into items that are going to help your team. The HP and mana you're going to use to help your AD carry during the lane and to help your team with team fights. You're going to use the mana for your skills. All of that stuff. They're all resources, right? Your time is also a resource, though, especially for a support. So when you pick support and you go into a game, you're using most of your time resource in the bottom lane helping your AD carry out, but the time resource shouldn't be misspent. You need to know exactly where you're going to use that time resource. So if you go bottom and your lane isn't going that great, either because your AD carry is not farming decently, he's going for bad plays, he's suiciding, maybe you even misplayed the lane yourself, you kind of screwed up the lane. There's a lot that can go wrong in the bottom lane matchup, and sometimes it's not your fault, it's not your AD carry fault, but the lane just falls apart. And if you want to get back into the lane itself, you're probably going to need the jungler help, or you're going to need your opponents to misplay. And while that happens a lot in solo queue, as you climb up the ladder, it's going to be harder and harder to actually do something about being behind in lane. Also, one of the things that I get asked a lot about the support role is, if you're in the bottom lane and with your AD carry all the time, how the hell can you carry? And well, the answer is you shouldn't be in the bottom lane all the time. So what you do is, as soon as you think that the bottom lane is pretty much done for, so whether you're so far ahead that your AD carry is just gonna 1v2 the enemies with no problem, or you're so far behind that you can't do anything in the bottom lane, you just use your time resource elsewhere. So that's the point of time that you actually want to get out of the lane and you want to roam as much as possible. Now bear in mind that this is advice for solo queue, but in competitive play it can be a little bit different, even in ranked 5v5s. But as you spectate higher tier players, you will see this happening more and more and more. So supports just leave the bottom lane and they just gank other lanes. So let's say I'm playing Annie with a Lucian, right? And we're facing, for some reason, Thresh Jinx, all right? And Jinx gets 3 kills, so my Lucian's gonna do anything. I can't do anything in lane either because they're just gonna stomp us. So what I do is, notice that I have Jack's top, right? So I'm gonna go top, I'm gonna get the stun, make the enemy top laner waste flash, whatever. Okay, that worked. Let's go mid. So did the same thing mid, go back, go top, go mid, whatever. Just keep ganking and think of yourself like a secondary jungler, all right? You do this enough times and your soul laners are actually going to start winning if you do this properly, all right? So you're going to have a presence, you're going to have a lot of presence in the rest of the map, just not on the enemy bottom lane, on your bottom lane, right? So what that happens is, if you do this properly, your soul laners are going to be able to deal with whatever happens in the bottom lane. So sometimes it happens, boys. Sometimes we lose the bottom lane, but you need to get out of the lane. Support is not a babysitter. Support needs to support the team, not the AD carry, no matter how much your AD carry tells you otherwise. You need to support the team. So that's my advice for you guys. Once again, if you have any questions or anything like that, just pop into the stream, ask me live, and I'll do my absolute best to answer you guys at twitch.tv/ImpactPT. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.